In the far north of Norway, above the Arctic Circle, where the sun disappears for months and the world is wrapped in snow and silence, there exists a football miracle that defies logic. Bodø Glimt, a club from a city most of Europe had never heard of, yet one that rose from the freezing winds of the north to challenge giants on the European stage. This is not just a story about football. This is about belief, community, and a revolution born in the coldest corner of the world. For decades, Bodø Glimt lived in the shadows of Norway's southern powerhouses like Rosenborg and Molde. The club was founded in 1916, but for most of its history, it struggled for survival, bouncing between divisions, battling financial crises, and fighting for recognition in a football world that rarely looked north. But everything changed in 2018, when a quiet man from Bergen, Kjetil Knutsen, took charge. His mission wasn't to simply win, it was to transform. He didn't bring in superstars, he built them. He didn't demand perfection, he demanded commitment, discipline, and courage. Under Knutsen, Glimt's philosophy became clear. Play with the heart of the North, but the brain of Europe. The team developed a fast, attacking, high-pressing style that shocked even the biggest clubs. In 2020, they didn't just win the Eliteserien, they destroyed it, scoring 103 goals in just 30 games and finishing 19 points ahead of second place. It was the greatest season in Norwegian football history. The world began to take notice. This small-town club, with a stadium that fits barely 8,000 fans, was suddenly the talk of Europe. But their defining moment came on a cold October night in 2021. In the Arctic darkness of Aspmyra Stadium, Bodø Glimt faced Jose Mourinho's AS Roma in the UEFA Conference League. What happened next became legend. Bodø Glimt 6, Roma 1. It wasn't luck. It was dominance, tactical brilliance. The yellow shirts moved in perfect harmony, pressing, running, and attacking like a single organism. Mourinho's Roma had no answers. The world watched in disbelief as a club from above the Arctic Circle humiliated one of Europe's most historic teams. That night, Bodø Glimt became a symbol, proof that money, fame, or geography mean nothing when you play with unity and purpose. What makes Bodø Glimt so unique isn't just their tactics, it's their culture. In Bodø, football is more than a sport. It's a reflection of survival. The long winters, the endless darkness, the isolation, they all shape a mindset of resilience. The players talk about the Glimt way, a philosophy of constant improvement, of being humble, of always growing. Even when they sell their best players to Europe, they don't panic. They trust the system, they trust their process, and somehow they keep finding the next star. Jens Petter Hauge, Patrick Berg, Ole Solbakken, Hugo Vetlesen, Albert Grønbæk. The cycle never ends. At Aspmyra, fans don't just watch, they participate. They stand in freezing wind, singing and waving yellow scarves under snow and rain. They believe that football is an expression of who they are as people of the North, strong, proud, and unbreakable. The connection between the city and the club is something rare in modern football. When Glimt win, the whole town celebrates. When they lose, the whole town feels it. The line between the team and the people disappears. And yet, Bodø Glimt's story is not just about football success. It's about how a community can dream beyond its limits. It's about a place that taught Europe that greatness can come from the edges of the map, from the land of midnight sun and polar night. Their yellow glow, their Glimt, has become a light for every small club that dares to dream. As the Arctic wind howls over Aspmyra and the northern lights dance above the stands, one thing is clear. Bodø Glimt is not just a football club. It is a symbol of hope, proof that belief, unity, and courage can turn darkness into light.